Hey guys, Angelo Esquivel here, back with a little update. Now, this update isn't anything particularly special, but this is of one of my favorite fish. Little Poof! He's my little poofler fish. Yes, he's a good little pea puffer. He's so adorable. But, I want to talk about Poof because Poof has defied the conventional wisdom of pea puffers. Pea puffers are also known as pygmy puffers, dwarf puffers, Indian puffers, and of course the name pea puffer. So they're all technically the same fish. Very tiny freshwater puffer fish. Here's the thing about puffer fish, of pretty much any kind. They, much kind of like betas, are known for their aggressive nature. They do not do well with tank mates because, well, they are kind of territorial and they don't like sharing. So, typical pea puffer behavior would suggest that the puffer would eat snails, shrimp, would attack other fish, and, finding a tank mate for a puffer of any kind can be quite difficult, which makes them not the first choice for a lot of aquarists. Now, if you're an aquarist looking for a puffer fish, the pea puffer is a very common one because they are easier to take care of than something like a Oaxaca puffer or something even bigger like a porcupine puffer. If you've never seen a porcupine puffer, I seriously suggest going into my videos and looking up Titan the puffer fish. He is an awesome puffer fish. One of my favorite fishes ever. But little Poof here is very different. And I don't quite know why. You see, most of these pea puffers are still caught in the wild. And because of that, they retain their wild instincts to hunt. Pufferfish are analytical hunters. They will not outright attack anything generally, because they prefer to study their prey and then attack once they've learned more about their prey. So, because of this, they much prefer snails, because snails are slow-moving creatures with a large foot that they can attack and then kind of just bite and nip at and kind of suck them out of their shell and, start chomping on them and such. And as you can see, he's been doing a decent job at it with the assistance of a few assassin snails here and there, because I'm trying to get this tank kind of fresh and ready for a new kind of shrimp. Now, the thing about little Poof here is, I was warned that he would attack everything, because he's a puffer. I was told he would attack my cherry shrimp, which he didn't attack any of the cherry shrimp, including the shrimplets. I was told he would attack any fish that he comes in contact with because he's a territorial fish. And as an experiment to see just how tame he is, I took 2 blue Moscow guppy females, fries, of course, small little fry, and put them in the tank with Poof. And they've been in the same tank with Poof for several days now, and they have absolutely no signs of nipped fins, any pustules, sores, wounds, or anything. Why, there comes one now. She's a good-looking female guppy fry. And her sister is swimming around somewhere here, too. You see, I chose the fry because they're small, easy targets. They're peaceful fish that don't really have any real means of attacking Poof in retaliation. And yet, Poof has not cared one bit to hurt them. Well, I think I might know why, and if anyone happens to know, I would love some extra info on this. You see, Poof here, unlike most pea puffers, was not captured. He was tank bred and raised. And this has many significant benefits to people who are looking for a pea puffer, because normally tank raised puffers like this do a lot better with typical aquarium food like tropical fish flakes. something that is not normally part of a pufferfish's diet, but something that a pufferfish can learn to eat. We mustn't forget that pufferfish of any kind, whether it's a pea puffer, fahaca, porcupine, or any other kind of puffer, are very, very intelligent fish compared relatively to other types of fish. They can and will recognize their owner. That includes pea puffers too. The pea puffer can recognize their owner and people they like, and they can express a wide gamut of emotions. And if you look at my video of Titan the porcupine puffer, you'll see he's like a puppy. When he sees someone he likes, he splashes around and just loves attention. He's such an awesome puffer. But even a little pea puffer like this is capable of showing some kind of personality. That's actually one of the things they're known for, is their personality. They're very lively fish. So, being tank bred may have played a lot into the way he's acting. He has been documented to eat fish flakes, which is something that a lot of people with pea puffers try desperately to get their pea puffer to eat, because, let's face it, if you can get off-the-shelf aquarium food, it's much easier to take care of your little fishy buddies. Poof here will happily eat a fish flake. He'll happily eat a freeze-dried bloodworm. He'll happily eat a snail. But if it's a shrimp, if it's a fish, he just does not go for it. I don't know why. It's something that I was told repeatedly that he would do, and yet he has not. So either I have the most tame pufferfish in existence, or perhaps, maybe, he's just not feeling as chipper as I thought he was. I'm not quite sure. Poof has definitely been eating, because I see him pooping all the time. So he's eating something. I'm assuming snails. There was a ton of snails, and now there is a very lack of snails, which means once he's done with the snails, I'll have to start feeding him more off-the-shelf food. But I got him as a utilitarian fish because I really did want him to eat the snails and the shrimps. Not my dream blue velvets, of course. Actually, I wanted him to annihilate everything in that tank that had cherry shrimps in it, because those were the last of my culls, the low-grade cherries, and there were some pest snails. And I thought, hey, well, there's a little fish that's inexpensive that happens to eat both of those things. It's great. So I got that fish, and that fish happened to be Poof. Well, Poof was very ineffective when it came to the shrimp. And the snails, it took him a while. In fact, I think he's like the opposite of most. It took him forever to figure out how to eat a snail. Now, off-the-shelf foods, he did absolutely fine with. So, he's quite atypical. But with any intelligent fish, you have to remember they have the personality, and their personalities can be very unique. Now, like I said, I've got two guppy fry in here. He hasn't made any attempts to attack either of them. They're still very small fish. Not much bigger, if any bigger than him. I'm starting to wonder if he's tame enough to possibly be part of a community tank. Now, I know what you're thinking. You just heard the words puffer and community tank. That's an immediate red flag, a no-no, a do not do, an abort mission sort of statement. But I'm really starting to wonder, because Poof is a timid, shy, non-aggressive, docile puffer that seems to only eat pest snails, and the occasional flake food, and occasionally freeze-dried bloodworms. He was tank raised. I'm wondering if he was born and raised in a community tank. I will never know, because I don't have any way to possibly contact the breeder, because I got him third party through a pet store, believe it or not. So, I'm left wondering, just what is Poof's real personality? He's supposed to be a vicious little killer, and yet he's a sweet, loving, caring little pufferfish. Oh, Poof, what am I going to do with you? Don't get me wrong, I really do like him. He is my favorite fish. I have a soft spot for puffers now, ever since I got to play with Titan, you know. But, I don't know what I'm going to do with him. I'll figure something out. He might get his own private aquarium. Heck, I might get an upgraded sized aquarium to put next to my bed. Haven't decided yet. But that is Poof the Puffer. My little goofy Poof. My little goofy poofler fish. So, hope you guys liked it. Bye, Poof. Say goodbye to everyone on the interwebs.